I'm so hungry.
Tessa? Why are you here?
I told Date I was hungry, so...
I've always wanted to eat here.
I'll have my usual, Ota.
Yes, right away.
Ota flew into the kitchen. Iris watched him go and took a seat. Disposable chopstick. Table.
Salt, pepper, a blend of red cayenne and spices, and an unidentified liquid.
That's not good.
Mayumi's juice with mold.
That's really not good. None of us can figure out what the sauce is. There's a menu on the table.
Kuroda Kazuaki's grilled tongue with salt.
Menu on the table. Beer. Anything else? Nothing but a window.
That's a Martian!
That's just a stool.
It's a round stool. Bookshelf. It's got the stickers on the side of it. Lucky cat statue.
Meow.
Oh.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, you don't know? It's good luck to imitate a cat in front of one of these.
Really?
Meow? Guess I'll have good luck.
Lucky cat statue. The beer ad on the wall.
Date, you're drooling.
Oh, I'm just really hungry.
Beer ad on the wall. An old CRT television.
Date, I've got this video of girls in bikinis washing this armored car. Wanna watch?
Iris is here, dude.
Absolutely not.
CRT TV. Nothing is playing on it. Menus written on the wall. Look at super paper.
Oh, that's Hayashi Samba's Hayashi Vangole.
Who?
Some celebrities' signatures. It's a map.
Hey, Tessa, could you kick that bucket there?
Why?
Sure. Like this?
Yeah, but more.
Like this?
This is awesome!
What's wrong with you, Ota?
I did not realize there was someone more perverted than Date.
I don't even get how that's perverted and just not a really odd thing to do. The bucket. Am I too innocent? I never thought I am too innocent about anything before. Counter. Ota is cooking in the kitchen. Iris is sitting in front of me. Family photo. Gorgeous
Ring
phone.
ring. Who's on the phone?
Who cares?
I do. Gorgeous phone. A swing door. A swing door. That's really what you say? Shouldn't it be a set of swing doors? There's two of them. The kitchen.
Look, a chair for baby goats!
Why would anyone bring a goat to a restaurant?
I mean, they're also called kids. Kitchen. You don't know, Dante. There's some pretty weird service animals out there. Small sitting cushion.
Date, wanna have a pillow fight?
Tessa, not in the store, please.
You sound like she'd done this before, Rota. Small sitting cushion. Low table. It says good luck. It's November, but the calendar says January. Looking closer at it, even the year is wrong. This is old. An old calendar on the wall. It's a clock.
Hey, what has two hands on its face?
A clock?
Come on, playing peekaboo!
That's also true.
Yeah, exactly.
The gear have stopped turning. No, this place really gets off an unsettling aura. Like an old restaurant off the side of the road. No one has been in for ages.
She's in the living room. I think she's watching TV.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
He means sleeping.
Date, why are you with Tessa?
We're on a date.
We are
Not Shovel Forge.
on a date.
Oh, a date. Huh. A date?
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
No,
Yeah,
thanks.
sure, sounds
I'm
good.
fine.
You're still looking for him?
Yes.
Well, like I told you before, I don't know. Yeah, my dad taught me when I was little.
You're making me something too, right?
Sure, my treat, Date.
I wouldn't see that. Rota is cooking in the kitchen. I think he's poisoning it.
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it! What do you mean coming back to life?
Don't worry about it, Ota. Continue cooking. I decided to tell Ota about the Iris restoration.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
Tessa died?
Yes. There's no way that was so funny to me. Ota is all in shock and it's just, yep.
Yeah, I have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Yeah, but I don't think she likes me.
That's not
Ooh.
true.
No, it
Mom
is true.
just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
No, she really hates you.
Very reassuring. Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
Yes.
Omelet rice. Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
Good for him.
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well, oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, if we tie, nothing
We're
happens.
really trying to
We
explain
just
the
shake
parallel
hands.
world.
If I win, you have to give me something.
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
No, Dante.
Mhm. Anything.
Stop with the
Dante,
hands.
your heart rate is rapidly increasing. Why exactly is that?
You know exactly what
All
you're
right,
about.
let's do this.
Okay, let's go.
Otis.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Is this going to matter in the alternate pathway thing? Always go with scissors.
Shoot!
And I lost.
Yay! I won!
Oh, no. You see, this looks like scissors, but it's actually paper.
That
Sure
doesn't
thing.
make any sense.
No, why did I throw out scissors? Why?
You're really not taking this well.
No, he's not.
So I get my prize.
Yes.
I don't have any money.
I don't want money. Instead,
Yeah.
Will Forge?
can you pet my head
Oh.
and say Iris is a cutie? The cutest person in the whole wide world? A cutie angel?
Fine. Iris is a cutie.
No. Put your heart into it.
Iris is a cutie, the cutest person in the whole wide
I'm
world.
disappointed that
A
we
cutie
don't get to see
angel.
it, but I'm glad that we get to see Uta's expression of what's happening. Reaction to what's happening, I mean. I repeated the whole thing while petting Iris on the head.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right?
Yes.
I won and you pet me.
Indeed.
But in a different timeline, maybe we tied. Or maybe I obeyed your orders and did something really scandalous.
Rewind time, do it now!
I do
Jesus
not have
Christ,
that
don't they?
functionality.
I mean,
So
I
those
can, but
timelines are what I'd call a parallel
I think
world.
I can, but
So
I'm
you
not
think I
going to.
jumped from a world in which you were
Maybe
dead
later.
to this one where you're alive?
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh? I can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist. Do you know about the Mandela effect?
Yes,
Or
I
the
know
Booba
about it.
Kiki effect? Or the 100 million balls? If I explained that, would you believe me?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The spatial temporal man, and the lost friend, and the story of two sisters.
I heard people talk about it. There's nothing new they got. No. Didn't like it. Uta is quietly making omelette rice in the kitchen. Let's start with the lost friend then.
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school. Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke, and Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
What?
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets. The nerves were still connected, but
Well, then it's not really a problem.
A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do.
You can
Suzuki just
lop
takes
it
his
back
eyeballs
in.
and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened.
Yes.
So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your
Some
eyes
people
fell
got
out.
looser eyes than
A is
others.
really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it. And by now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home. The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there. A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
It's the deal with the eye thing in the beginning of the story.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
It is weird. And there's no way you could pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Yes, it is.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye. it actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Yeah, exactly.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets. As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
Technically, I can pop out my eye right now and put it back in.
Exists.
It probably
Well,
hurt a
I
bit,
guess
but
not, but
having the nerve ends exposed to the air. But it won't really do much.
so there's this girl. Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room, and her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it. But she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. She thinks, huh,
And then
I
her
wonder where
sister's
she
coming
went.
in from
But
school
then
or something.
B hears her sister at the door.
Yes.
I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister
This
and her
is the
parents
ghost
standing
story,
there.
not the story about
So B
parallel
asks,
worlds.
When did you go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little sister about it, and she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
Yeah.
It's a
What
ghost
B
story,
saw
not
might
a
have been from
parallel
the world
world
where her
story.
sister stayed
You get
behind.
now you can link the two, but still.
Yeah, it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before. And most of them describe seeing the same person. The spatial temporal man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes. The spatial temporal man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink, lots of stuff. But C realized that those were all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
Yeah, maybe.
Then why did it show up in his skull? You're saying that he lives there in a parallel universe.
I know a
really
ton of
work.
stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you. You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese, but they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters. And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
Yeah, there exist a couple of stories like that. Not all.
Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Yes,
Well, yeah,
sort of.
the former president
know
of South
of
Africa.
him,
He
but-
helped abolish
I
apartheid.
don't know him.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980? That's the Mandela effect. It's when your memory and history have
2013.
discrepancies.
It feels like the Mandela effect have run for longer than that.
There are lots of examples. Like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings. Or people remembering that Kennedy was
Bernstein's.
assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our
Bernstein's.
world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a four-seater too.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
Isn't
It
it
wasn't?
brown? As
Nope,
not
it's
in
all yellow.
real life, but
And the
in
design
the
didn't change.
myth.
Oh,
Lines from movies, company logos,
And I think
historical
people
events,
remember it
and little
being brown
things.
because
The
certain
Mandela effect
toys
is
had
everywhere.
it as brown.
Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from
I
parallel
remember
worlds.
having one of those
that
toys back
would
in the day.
explain it,
The
I guess.
brown tipped tail Pikachu. I have had some experiences like this in my life. Mostly just things happening later than I thought they did. It's like I heard about something for years and then all of a sudden, no, it's really new. Like with certain types, with certain musics I think I heard them before quite clearly, but apparently they just came out or something like that. It's a weird experience, but you just sort of go along with it after.
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here. If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are.
This goes in another interesting property of parallel worlds that people don't really talk about all that much. The whole concept usually for people is that whatever you do, you often got the choices to choose between, depending on those choices. You end up in 2 parallel worlds or 3 or something, based on those choices differences, but often not mentioned is the unpredicted choices of reality itself, physics and such, how it all came to be and how it all split out. Unconscious choices that just change a lot, the whole butterfly effect.
Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million. Would you be able to pick out the 1?
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the 1.
Exactly.
Or
The
I
birth
can
of humanity
pour
is
out
so
all the balls
improbable
out of the
that
box
it's basically a
and
miracle.
look for it
But
without
if there were
touching the rest
multiple
of the balls.
universes,
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle. I may have underestimated her intelligence.
Well, that's rude, Aiba.
Dante, look at this picture.
I just pulled up a picture on her phone.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question. Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki? Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer.
Well,
The
because
rounder one is Booba, and the
yes,
jagged one is Kiki.
because
Isn't that
Kiki's
weird?
hearts or
In other
something,
words,
so
everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way and Kiki is the other. It applies universally across languages and cultures.
yes,
It's like something ingrained inside all humans.
Ki is a harsher name, so we take that and look at the spikes and connect it to. While Boba is a more bubbly and round sounding name, so we take that and connect it to the blob. It's a perception of how we humans have interacted with each other and continue to think, but it could obviously have changed with an alternate universe where Kiki sounds more relaxing instead of such a harsh vocal experience.
Like worshipping the sun and the sea. Or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged. Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way. It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists
Well,
a second psychic system of a
sort
collective,
of.
universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo. Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated. But underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too, connected at a subconscious level. That's...
A parallel world?
Well, yes, that's
Yeah.
fairly accurate.
You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds.
With the
So if you
bamboo
follow the roots-
comparison.
Get to another bamboo
I think
stalk.
bamboo is actually
Yeah,
technically
something like
grass. An interesting factoid. But the closest we got to collected unconscious nowadays that we can visually observe would be the internet. A bunch of people coming together in groups, forming things out of nothing. At least I think so. I don't think anyone really talks about that all that much. But to collect the unconscious in an interesting theory explaining things like more like things of paranormal nature, like people having dreams about about raccoons flying with their ball sacks, which is a thing from Japan that is linked to the Tanuki, but people in the West that never seen or been in Japan having such dreams. The meant to explain such things, but they can still involve to the... He can... yeah, the other one, I forgot its other name.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff. Oh, hey, I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating. If you want, we could talk about those.
That's
Maybe
more
next time.
conspiracy than the
Where's
parallel
that
world
omelet
things.
rice?
At least in my book.
Done!
Ota brought the dishes over. He laid out an omelette rice in front of me and Iris. Iris grabbed her spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
She picked up a spoonful. No, actually, she tried to pick up a spoonful. Iris is wearing heels. Didn't know that. Guess she's a bit shorter than me.
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine. My hand slipped. Let's eat.
Iris and I ate the omelette rice near Sim. There was no conversation, just the sound of the spoon hitting the plate. The diner echoed with it. Before long,
Thanks for the food!
Iris was totally ren. Her face was back to her usual smile.
That was good. Ota, your omelet rice is seriously the best.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
I paid for the food and stood to go.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again!
Thank you! Come back soon!
Iris is standing in front of me. Ota is standing next to Iris. You can see the kitchen area past the counter. Yeah, I guess that's it. Marvel. Oh,
Hey,
hi
Mama.
there, Mama.
It's me.
Dante, honey, what's up?
I'm heading over now.
Glad to hear it. Maybe I'll close the place a little early for you.
Sorry, but I'm with someone.
With someone?
A girl named Iris.
What? Is she a virgin?
Why do you ask that?
I'm not gonna answer that. Anyway, remember what we talked about?
There's a regular here who was good friends with Ren. They should be here tonight.
Oh, right.
Are they coming tonight?
Yes, I promise.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Okay, I'll be here.
How are you talking on your phone without earphones?
Don't worry about it. I was too lazy to explain it properly. So I came up with a lie.
I have an earpiece implanted in my ear.
Wow, cool!
Another caller came in.
Dante, it's the boss.
Great.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, Dante, tell me the situation. Did you find number 89?
If I
Not
did, I
yet.
would have told you.
Aha. I see.
What was that about?
That was a cry from deep within my heart, Dante. Do you realize how screwed I am? Go find number 89.
If I find Renju, I find number 89. I'm gathering information on Renju's whereabouts now.
Where?
I told her I was going to Marble with Iris. And about who I was expecting to see there.
Wait, are you trying to get her drunk?
No.
She's not 21.
And if she wasn't a minor?
Dante, no.
Well, whatever. I'm sure you have a good plan. Find those two and arrest them. Got it?
These was beloved a bit.